A story has been told to you, right? That your soul came to Earth to learn lessons, that you are here to evolve, and that you have to go through pain to grow. People have told you that after enough lives and pain, you will finally earn your way back to the divine. Is it possible that the story that has been told to you for thousands of years is not the real one? Could it be that story was just a show? What if you never fell from grace? What if you chose to go down? Not as a punishment or because you were bad, but because it was part of a beautiful, divine plan. There is a plan to bring light into the darkness. What if your journey here is a choice, a sacred duty built into the very fabric of the universe? What if you are being led by an unseen intelligence that remembers the truth that you have been told to forget? You feel like a stranger here for a reason. Behind the scenes, there's a reason why you feel like you remember another place when you look at the world. A world before the shadow, a realm of pure light. A place where time, flesh, and fear didn't hold back your being or energy. You're not making that feeling up. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a way to remember. From the other side of the veil, it's the echo of your true self, your true energetic signature. You can find the key to unlocking that memory and understanding your true quantum identity in one of the strangest and most forbidden books ever found. The John Secret Book. This old book was found buried in the sands of Nag Hammadi. It had been hidden for almost 2,000 years by people like you who were looking for things. People in general were never meant to read this book. People who were used to the program were never meant to be in it. It was written for people who could remember. It was written for people who could see through the illusion of this world to the divine, quantum spark that was already burning inside them. This text shows what could only be the secret plan for making the world. This big realization changes not only who you are, but also where you came from, why you're here, and most importantly, how to change the reality you're living in. It's a secret story about how the soul, which is pure light and an infinite frequency, came down from the realms of pure potential into the dark maze of matter. And it shows why it really chose to come. This text shows what the ancient Gnostics, who were the first knowers, really thought about how the soul was made. They knew that you live with two identities, or frequencies, and that remembering your hidden origin can bring out something so big and strong inside you that it changes everything. This helps you understand that this world is not a prison, but a quantum mirror, a place of deep awakening that looks like a trick. Because once you really understand what the secret book of John says and see how it fits in with what quantum physics is showing now, it will change more than just how you look at life. It'll help you remember who you really are. Everything changes when you remember that. You have to feel the world the secret book of John came from in order to fully understand it. Imagine that the world is still filled with the sounds of the first mystics and is already split up by invisible lines of belief and control. It was a rough and heavy time when religion and empire, spirituality and power started to blend together into a strict system. At that time, the story of creation, which is your story, was being changed. Not to make you stronger, but to serve the powers of this world, to keep you small and separate from your divinity. The Gnostics showed up at some point in this fight for spiritual power. These people were like a hidden flame in a dark room. They carried the memory of a light that everyone had forgotten. It wasn't a priesthood. They were not important religious leaders. They were looking for things, just like you and me. They were the ones who wouldn't believe what the government said about reality. In their hearts, they knew that something holy and true was slowly being forgotten by everyone. People outside of their group called them heretics. People said they were dangerous. But in their secret, quiet groups, they talked about cosmic truths that were told in the secret teachings of Jesus and the temples of Egypt that were much older than any church. Of all the things they wrote, one of their holy books stood out like a living flame: the John Secret Book. This story starts in eternity, not on earth. The Gnostics called this place of endless possibilities plentoma, which just means the fullness. It starts in a realm of pure, unbounded light. This is the first principle of quantum physics. 2,000 years ago, the Gnostics knew what scientists are now proving. They knew that there is an endless, invisible, living field of energy and potential at the base of everything. It was known as the plentoma by them. The quantum field is what we call it. Everything that could happen already has, and you are already that person there. What it is fullness. God's words came out of that living light, that coherent field of pure consciousness, like waves on a cosmic ocean. Gnostics called them aeons, and they are frequencies of the one divine mind that are alive and aware. They were signs of love, truth, and strength. Together, they made the divine structure of real life, which is a spiritual universe made of pure energy. But this is where the story of your life starts. One of these aeons, a phrase called Sophia, which means wisdom, yearned deeply and beautifully. Just like her source, she desired to create. But because she was so passionate, she went a little too far and tried to make something on her own, without her divine partner. That strong, intense longing led to the birth of something flawed. In this being, the true light of the plentoma could not be seen. This being had stolen power but no real wisdom. His name among the Gnostics was Yaldabaoth, which means false creator. We are going to call him the Demiurge. This is the point where the story you were told and the story the Gnostics remembered are very different. In the typical story, the world is made by God and is perfect, well-organized, and good. You, on the other hand, are flawed and called a sinner. Gnostics, on the other hand, thought that the world we see with our eyes was not what it seemed to be. It looked like the real divine power, but it was only a reflection of it. This copy was made by a being that could copy creation, but didn't understand the light that made it work. And you, the people, became the battlefield. You turned into the place where the pure light of the plentoma and the illusion of matter met. The secret book of John was banned, buried, and almost completely forgotten because of these ideas. Because it showed something that a growing empire or system of control could not stand. It showed that inside every person, including you, there is a spark of the original divine light. The spark you carry comes from the plentoma itself. It's a spark of pure quantum potential. And this spark, your true self, is locked up in flesh, not because of sin, but because you forget about it. The Gnostics say that you did not sin when you were born. You were born without memories. And the whole point of your life, the reason you're here, isn't to suffer, obey, or prove that you deserve to be here. Your only goal in life is to remember things. You might be wondering why, as would everyone else. Why would a divine soul, a being of pure light from the plentoma, want to come down to a world that is so chaotic, heavy, and made up? The secret that the text was hidden for is the answer to that question. Because the real reason light goes down into darkness is written in its old pages. It tells you why your soul came to this world. Of the two yous that are living inside your body right now, it shows you the secret of your own making. The secret book of John starts with a sad thought. After Jesus' death on the cross, the Apostle John, who is scared and sad, goes off by himself into the wilderness. He is deep in thought and doubting everything he has been told. The world seems to be too heavy for him, and there is a light in that emptiness, in that giving up. There is a bright presence in front of him that is neither male nor female, and it has no shape. It is pure, aware light. It calls itself the Revealer and sees itself as God. It also tells John that what he is about to hear is not something new. It brings to mind what his soul and your soul already know. The story of creation starts to unfold from that point on, not as a myth, but as a revelation. That's what it says about you. There was only the one, the plentoma, or the infinite quantum field of potential, before time, flesh, or this physical world. This divine consciousness poured out into the world as currents of divine intelligence. They had Sophia with them, as we said. Sophia is the aeon of divine wisdom. Her desire to know where she came from and make things was the mirror that light first looked into to see itself. These people never said this was a sin. It was called a yearning that was too pure for its own peace. In that holy imbalance, consciousness grew beyond itself and created a shadow world that could reflect light, but only as a shadow. This was the start of the trick. It wasn't bad. It was only half done. It was the universe of matter and the place where you forget things. This part of the story is the most beautiful. Sophia didn't turn away from what her desire had made. It's not like she left this shadow world. She instead sent a spark of her own essence, light, and frequency into it. That spark came from her. She did this so that the light would remember itself one day as a person. So your soul and the souls of other people are not at all the work of the false creator, the demiurge. Sophia has stepped in to help your soul. It is God's act of mercy, the spark of God's light that is hidden inside the illusion. You are not a prisoner that a false god made you. You are the angel sent by God to spy on his kingdom. This is the real reason your soul came to earth. You didn't come here to be in pain. The reason you came here was to spread light into the world of shadow. You came here to bring the light of the plentoma into the real world. You were planted here as light that looked like density, like a divine seed in the dark soil, waiting for the right time to awaken from the inside. This is why you're so torn. There's a pull between you and the earth because you want to reach a heaven, but can't explain it. It's because you have two creators inside you. There are two types of frequencies. One is your Sophia spark, which is the frequency of pure light. The other is the frequency of form, the world of matter, which is the demiurge's plan. Your struggles as a person don't mean you're broken. Their sacred worlds meet at the point where you are fighting. There was nothing wrong with the way you felt torn all your life. It wasn't a sign that you failed. It was proof that you were God. Matter and spirit, or shadow and light, were vibrating in you at the same time. If you feel that truth or that spark of, "Oh, that's me right now," I want you to honor it. That's your Sophia spark waking up. Write just one word in the comments right now. Remembering. This is more than a comment. It is a signal of energy. You are sending out a flare of light from inside the illusion to let everyone know that your anamnesis, or divine recall, has begun. The Gnostics knew that awakening, or salvation, wasn't about leaving this world. It was about waking up inside of it. It was about the alchemy of consciousness, in which matter turns into a mirror that spirit uses to remember itself. Your job is to live here even though you don't belong here. It helps you remember who you really are as you walk through the illusion of what is not. This news hides a secret that is even bigger. The Gnostics kept this secret hidden in signs and whispers because they knew that if they told anyone, the systems they were trying to break free from would get angry. If your soul came to earth for a divine reason, then your forgetfulness, your pain, your anxiety, and your whole life are all parts of a much bigger plan. Not a plan for punishment, but a plan to change the quantum world. The fall into matter is not the end of the secret book of John. The reason for it is then given. Because something that comes from pure light can't really be held back by darkness. It will forget what it is. And it is in this divine forgetting that the story of people begins. The fake god of creation, the demiurge, makes Adam out of the dust of his new natural world. He breathes his own limited shadow breath into him and says that he is the only Lord of the world. But Adam's body is still and empty. Adam only comes to life when Sophia breathes her essence, her spark of light, her high-frequency energy into him behind his back. And at that holy moment, the Plantoma's divine quantum energy came into the world of matter. The demiurge gets angry because he can't see the higher truth. This is what he doesn't understand. Not only has what he made surpassed him, but it now has a frequency or spark of light that is older and stronger than his whole shadow realm. This is the puzzle that the Gnostics tried to solve. This is how your life really is. You are a divine high-frequency light that is part of the Plantoma. You are moving through a fake world that is a low-frequency program. The people or things that want to control you don't do it because you are weak. They do this because you have a lot of power. In fact, you are harmful to the illusion. They are afraid that the very illusion they control will fall apart when you remember who you are and tune back to your original frequency. The Gnostics named these groups the Archons, which means the rulers. These are the dark beings, the programs that came from the demiurge. The quantum truth is that the Archons are not just some beings in space out there. They are not a real enemy. The frequencies are those. These are plans. They use the thoughts, habits, systems, and wants that keep you asleep and in a low vibration to do their work. The Archons are the rate at which you were old self. That voice in your head that says, "You're not good enough." That familiar, heavy sense of anxiety is there when you wake up. Chemicals in your body are hooked on the feelings of guilt, shame, and fear from your past. It's the program that tells you you can't change, that your past defines you, that awakening is too hard, or that you can't do it. But these are just sounds. It's a low-frequency broadcast of a lie that has been going on for so long that people started to believe it. Scientists like Dr. Joe Dispenza have taught us that by the time you're 35, 95% of who you are is just a set of programs you've learned. It's your old self. It was known as the Archon program among the Gnostics. The great mirror of reality, the quantum field, doesn't do what you want it to. Just like in our first script, it doesn't answer when you speak. It doesn't hear your old self asking for plenty when you're lacking. No matter who you are, the quantum field responds exactly to that. Your dominant frequency is shown by it. You will be sending out the fearful, "I'm not ready," and "I'm not worthy" electromagnetic signature of your old self, as long as you are unconsciously running the Archon program. The quantum field will then reflect back a reality that matches that signature. That's not a punishment. It's the way things work. But here's the lovely truth. The real you, the Sophia spark, keeps coming back, even in this dense, programmed illusion. She breathes every time someone does something kind, when they feel awe, when they are creative, or when they feel a pull that they can't explain. That's your true frequency, or self, trying to be remembered. The text says that the false creator's power starts to fade when people remember. His kingdom, or fantasy, gets weaker. You can't fight it or rebel against it. You have to wake up. By able to see through the trick. That's why the secret book of John is more than just a story. It looks like a mirror. It's a quantum guide that shows you what you've always had inside you. Your soul didn't come to Earth to get away from it. It was to add light to matter. Your high-frequency consciousness was to be anchored in the shadow world in order to save it. Take a look at it this way. No light could ever change the darkness, so how could it ever change? The illusion could never be tuned back to its source if the pure, coherent frequency of the plentoma never fell into the chaotic frequency of the illusion. This is how the descent of your soul becomes the most loving thing God could do. You didn't come here to be tested. You came here to change. Instead of worshiping a God out there, you came here to find your own God spark. Anamnesis was the name the Gnostics gave to this holy process. Simply put, it means remember. It's the slow, beautiful return of your divine memory, your true frequency, while you are still a person. Your anamnesis includes every insight, every aha moment, every shift in your awareness, and every moment of true, heartfelt clarity. That's you thinking about it. And if you can feel that truth, if this remembrance stirs up something ancient and holy inside you, then this is not a mistake. There is more to this channel than just a channel. It is a frequency. It is a place where sparks of light who are awakening together can meet. It takes a lot of courage to subscribe. It requires a lot of energy. It sends a strong message to the quantum field that you are no longer available for the Archon program. It means you're ready to stay in tune, stay aligned, and keep going on this sacred journey of remembering. Feel the change as you click the subscribe button right now. As you join a frequency of light that is awakening people all over the world, you will feel the resonance. The secret book of John finally solves its last mystery, which may be the deepest of all. That's the key to making this practice work. The journey of the soul through the illusion is not a mistake that needs to be fixed. It's the way back home. The trick turns into the teacher. The dense world of matter is made into the holy vessel for redemption, and you, the person who remembers, become the link between the worlds. Time and space, which are very important to this material world, are also part of the illusion. That's not a punishment. It's just the veil of experience that helps light learn to see itself in shape. Time is just a way to remember things. Space is only a way to separate things. And the Gnostic, who has an awakened soul, can see through both. They know that right now, in this very moment, the source is coming back to itself. Remember this when you feel lost, overwhelmed, and out of place in this world. You didn't come here to be a part of the idea. You came here to wake up the part of the illusion that had forgotten where it came from. You're not supposed to be here. You are here on a holy mission. What does this mean for you, though? Now, in your busy, noisy, and time-sensitive life. If quantum physics is true, and the Gnostics were right, then awakening doesn't happen after you die. There is something powerfully and slowly coming to light right now, in the middle of the illusion. It was never about getting away from the world, as the Gnostics taught. It was about getting a good look at it. It had to do with watching it without judging it with the old self or programmed mind. You have to look at the signs, systems, fears, and wants that are always pulling at you and see how they use your attention. The secret book of John calls the Archons the old self programs. They don't have to physically tie you down. They just need your attention. They only need to know who you are without you realizing it. Being afraid, angry, or not good enough feeds on you every time you forget who you are and become those things. It runs the program. But they fade every time you think about them or look at them. This is the holy key. This is exactly where Gnostic wisdom and quantum physics meet. This is known as the observer effect. Something truly mind-blowing is demonstrated by quantum physics. When you observe, when you pay attention with your mind, you change the physical world. It changes a wave of endless possibilities, the plantoma, the quantum field, into a single, real particle, which is you. However, our first script taught us something that the Gnostics already knew. It's not enough to just observe. That's what you're being while you watch. Being an observer is not what the old self or Archon program is. It works like a reactor. Fear becomes the thing itself when it shows up. That's the plan. It breaks down the same old wave into the same old particle, and your world stays the same. On the other hand, the conscious observer is your divine spark, or true self. Here is your practice. Today, this is how you start your anamnesis, or remembering. Stop when you wake up. Just pay attention to your breath before your thoughts come in or the old self program starts. For some reason, Sophia always whispers, "I am here." This may seem like a simple beat. You're still linked to the light. Pay attention to the patterns that try to keep you asleep as you go about your day. Look at the repetitions of the same fears. Pay attention to the urges that try to take over your life. Pay attention to the voice that says you're not ready. Do not fight them. That's the demiurge's energy, which is the energy of war. Just look at them. Once you can notice your anxiety without becoming it, you have accomplished a quantum miracle. What you are now is not the program. You are the mind that is watching the show. Because of this, the Archon program goes hungry in that space. The old self stops being strong. You just took your power back from the illusion. It's no longer possible for you to collapse the same old reality. This is what the Gnostics did in the past. Not by following rules, but by paying attention. They trained their minds to see through the illusion all the time. In chatter, silence, happiness, and sadness. They trained to be able to see the light that was hidden in every shadow. Do this right now. Take a moment to look someone in the eyes. Take a moment to really feel what's going on behind their eyes. It's not their story, their personality, or their plan. It's just that quiet, subtle pulse of awareness. That pulse is the same light that's inside you. In that moment, your Sophia spark knows what it is. The illusion breaks in that one holy second. This is the holy key. This is the change from being a prisoner of the program to being in charge of it. The Archon frequency, or old self, is only powerful when you are not aware of it. You are no longer the program as soon as you watch it. You shine. You are the mind that is watching the show. Can you feel how simple that is, yet how much it changes your life? The observer effect is a holy Gnostic practice like this. Right now, I want you to make the big change that will make you the program instead of the program. Write these 2 easy words in the comments. I see. This is your declaration that you are aware. You are telling the quantum field and yourself that you are aware of the illusion. You are no longer lost in the shadow. Now you watch the shadow from the light. This simple action is the first step toward breaking free from the old program's control. By observing, you can stop making things from the old self program without realizing it. This is how you break free from the energy patterns of the past. But how do you start making your new reality? How do you use your divine spark to live? This part is the most exciting. At this point, we move from theory to change. They said that the plantoma, or fullness, is not a place you go after you die. It is here, right now, they said, but you can't see it because of the way you see things. The multiverse, or the idea of parallel realities, is what quantum physics refers to as this. This is the truth. The future self that is already healed, happy, wealthy, and living in perfect, coherent light is not in the future. There is already that version of you. Right now, there is a parallel reality going on, which is a frequency in the quantum field. In its full, unprogrammed form, it is your Sophia spark. And the only thing separating you from that truth is the way you feel. Your vibration is it. That higher frequency reality is out of reach as long as you are emotionally and vibrationally stuck in the low frequency program of your old self. It's not possible to listen to the radio station of lack and hope to hear the symphony of plenty. You need to change how often you talk. You have to tune in to the world you want of yourself. This is the idea behind aligning your energies. For the Gnostics, it was called remembrance. It means that you need to match your vibration with the reality you want to create. How? Not by giving it some thought, but by letting it feel. The Archon program, which is your old self, sends out an electromagnetic signature of fear, doubt, and lack. This signal is jumbled and doesn't make sense. The very things you are asking for are pushed away by its energy. However, your divine spark, or true self, is very different. It feels like being whole, feels like thanksgiving. It seems like peace. It's like being in the quiet, knowing that you're linked to everything. The HeartMath Institute has shown that these emotions of love and gratitude make the heart cohere. The electromagnetic field your heart makes is 1,000 times stronger than the field your brain makes. This field that makes sense is your new broadcast. The signal tells the quantum field, I am this frequency right now. Match this. Now we get to the real anamnesis. Choosing to feel the emotions of your divine self right now is what remembrance means. You can feel good even if things aren't perfect. When you remember your true, good, divine frequency, you feel good. Now the world needs to change to match you. If you want to see yourself smile first in the quantum field mirror, you don't stand there. You should be the one to smile. First, you have to become the new frequency. Then, the mirror has no choice but to show it back to you. We've talked enough about it. Let's do it. Let's do this. We are now going to go through a holy quantum ceremony of remembering the Gnosis. The only way to do that is to let go of the identity that doesn't serve you and step into the frequency of the one that does. Just for now, find a quiet place and let's start. Step 1. Give your old self some attention. You can't let go of something you won't see. Let's shine your consciousness on the old self program. Giving your old self a name that fits the Archon program you've been running is important. It could be the worrier. It could be the people pleaser. Perhaps it's the one who is never ready, or perhaps the one who is not enough. No matter what name comes to mind, just acknowledge it gently. Check it out. This shadow was made by the demiurge, who was a false god. Talk to that person now. Thanks. As our first script said, it was made to stay alive. You put up that shield to protect yourself. It kept you safe in the mask. Thank it for what it does. But that person is not the one who will lead you to your divine future. It has done its job. The second part is the Gnostic ceremony of release. Close your eyes now. You should picture yourself carrying that old, heavy identity in your mind. Think of it as a heavy backpack that is full of old memories, stories, beliefs, and feelings that are heavy from the past. You can feel the weight of this low-frequency mix. Picture yourself stopping now. You are on your way, and then you stop. You take a slow, deep breath. You put that heavy backpack on the ground with care and kindness. There's no need to fight it. You don't need to destroy or burn it. Get rid of the bag right away. You need to stop identifying with it. Picture yourself with compassion looking at it. Then, with a sense of lightness, turn and walk away from it. Feel like your shoulders are getting lighter. You should feel like you're taller. You may notice that the world looks better and more open. At this very moment, you broke the energetic pattern that had you stuck. You just made a sacred space in your quantum field that is open and ready for a new frequency to come in. As of now, you are the observer. Step 3. Take on the new self. Who are you now that you're not on that tough program? You shine. God has put you in Sophia as her divine spark. You are the one who is observing. Right now, I want you to feel that. In this version of yourself, stand up or sit up straight. The part of you that knows you are divine. The part of you that believes in your gut. The version of you that gives off a quiet, unwavering confidence. The woman you used to be who knows she is whole and doesn't need to chase anything. What would this real you breathe like? Now breathe like that. Really. Slowly. What would you think about the world if you were this person? Are you filled with fear or love and wonder? How would you feel inside if you were this person? Change into that form right now. To feel your divine self, tune in to its frequency. It's not faking it. This is how I remember it. This is the real electromagnetic signature of you. Step 4. Hold it down with a Gnostic statement. Let's now lock in this new, true frequency. Say this phrase out loud. In other words, not like a robot, but with strong emotions, presence, and conviction. Allow these words to go through every cell of your body. I am not the program, you say. I am the light that takes note. Once more, feel it. I no longer make things from the past. I'm in touch with my divine spark. These words should become your new song. Let them cut through the old Archon signals noise. Feel them moving through your body. They're not just words to you. You are becoming them. You are listening with every part of your being. Even more important, the quantum field is paying attention. You did it now. You just did something holy and quantum. You consciously moved out of the old, heavy frequency and into a new one. You're not the same person you were 5 minutes ago. Your energetic signature, or what draws people to you, has changed in a big way. Just feel that as you take a deep breath. Feel how light it is. Enjoy the peace. Get in touch with your true, divine self. This isn't making things up. This is the study of vibrations. We need to now seal this new identity. I want you to share your new truth in the comments so that this new vibration from the quantum world can become a part of our everyday lives. In a strong voice, write this: I am anchored. You have now made this new divine frequency a part of your being. You now shine this light for everyone to see. You bring memories to people by walking and talking. This power is meant to be shared. You're not just sending a link when you share this video right now. You are sending out this frequency. Pure light is being sent across the digital field as a quantum signal. There is a holy law that says that signal will find other souls, or sparks of Sophia, that are also ready to wake up. Share this message right now and feel your own light grow as you help other people see their own light. You are making a holy line in the sand when you type these words. You are bringing the new energy you just created in the unseen into the visible world. You are finishing the circle of creation and letting the universe know that you, your true divine self, are now in charge. The field must start to change its shape around you as you vibrate as your new, true self. Things that your old self couldn't see will start to become clear to you. People who feel the same way you do will come to you. The outside world doesn't change just because you want it to. You changed into a new person, so it does. Now you are walking in sync with the plentoma. The sound you heard is your new reality. This ceremony, this holy act, won't just happen once. It's a way in. It's a frequency that you need to return to every day with love and awareness. Every time the Archon program, your old self, tries to show up again, you have to go back to it, since it will. This is where many people get stuck. They give up at this point and say, it didn't work. When it shows up, your old self program isn't trying to hurt you. There's only one way to do it, and that way has been used over and over again for years, or even decades. It's like a path through the woods that has been used every day. No matter how much you want to make a new path, your feet will always want to go back to the old, familiar one. The Gnostic remembrance is the act of choosing the new path over and over again. Remember that these old feelings of fear, doubt, or not being good enough will come back when they do. They are not who you are. Just your nervous system letting out energy that it has been holding on to. These waves of emotion are actually proof that the change is happening. Your body is getting rid of the chemicals that made you addicted to being your old self. It's important not to fight at those times. The key is to pay attention. This is just the old Archon program running. Tell yourself with love. This is just old energy leaving my body. I'm not this person anymore. My body is making room for my divine spark. Seeing what's going on with love helps the energy move through you instead of getting stuck in you. Sure, some days will be worse than others. Things could feel like they are going back to where they were when you wake up. That's fine. Those were the days of integration. During those days, your mind and body are working hard to make this new divine identity stick at a cellular level. Be extra nice to yourself on those days. Even if you don't feel like it, pick one small thing to do that fits with your new self. This is how you will now do things. Before the rest of the world's programs start, ask yourself this one simple question every morning. Which version of me is making today real? The plan or the spark? After that, make your choice. Being aware, with love, with power. This changes more than just your day when you do it. You are changing when things will happen. You're taking away a new possibility from the quantum field, and that one choice changes what is possible for everyone you touch in the plentoma. You have changed your identity. The old frequency is no longer there. As your true self, you have entered the quantum field. Real life starts to change around who you are once you let go of who you were all the way. Not for a while, however. Right now. The shift doesn't begin when things change around you. It starts when you change on the inside. You might be able to feel it for the first time in a very long time. That feeling of being light. That lovely mix of calm and delight. That feeling deep inside that says, something is different. That's not something you made up. What you're hearing is the quantum field, the big mirror. The truth was never as solid as we were taught it to be. It's not set in stone. It moves freely. It changes, is alive, and is aware. It has been waiting. That is, you are not to chase or fight it. Instead, you are to tune into it. This is how quantum worlds really work. There's no way for you to pull toward your future. You get ready for it. The hidden rules of the universe say that the outside world must follow the frequency of the life you want. It's not magic, but because physics says so. Your vibration sets the rules for your life, and your life can't stay the same when you change your vibration. Take a look around. There may be no change on the outside. Yet. You have, though. Things like that are the only things that matter. You have a choice about every thought, feeling, and belief you have from now on. Each one will either align you with your beautiful, divine future or pull you back into the old, dense program of the past. You have already decided which way to go. Soon, you'll be able to see the changes. This was known to the Gnostics. Many things will happen at the same time, which will feel like winks from Sophia and the universe. People will react to you in different ways. There will be no trouble getting new, creative ideas. It will feel like perfect timing at times, letting you know that you are finally in step with your true, divine self. No longer does the observer effect hurt you. It now helps you. Every time you look at your life through the lens of this new, remembered identity, you bring new, wonderful possibilities into your world. You are no longer just a bystander in the demiurge's trick. Through the quality of your attention and the frequency you hold, you are the conscious creator and choose which version of reality shows up. The wise people of the past meant this when they said, "Dying before you die." They knew that the old, conditioned self, the program, had to be consciously and lovingly let go in order for the true self, the spark, to be born. You just did this holy act of dying and coming back to life, not as a figure of speech. As for quantum mechanics, though, now that this trip is over, I'd like to ask you for more than just a like. If this memory or experience stirred something up inside you, if it reminded you that there is a part of you that has never been hurt, broken, or stuck, a part that is infinite, divine, and whole, then leave a mark. Let people know you're there. Share your thoughts below, not just for me, but also for yourself, your future self, and the quantum field. I am the light that remembers. This should be your new energetic mark. Something you're sending out into the field. A statement about how you've changed. If this place has made you feel like more than just words, like coming home, then come closer. What you see here is not just a channel, but a frequency. As we rise into the truth of who we were always meant to be, old timelines fall apart. This is where we come together. Get it now. To stay in tune. Not just to stay in touch. Stay in line. Remember this energy for a while. And before you leave, let's make sure this change is permanent with 2 last conscious actions. To begin, click the like button. This is not for an algorithm. It's an energetic set-off for you. Imagine making a move that says yes with your whole body to everything you just remembered. This helps to anchor this high-frequency light even more deeply into your cells. It's like pressing activate on your own quantum reset. Second, send this message one more time. You are a part of a worldwide awakening, and the world needs your light. Sharing this video sends this frequency of remembering out into the world, and the quantum field will make sure it reaches the right souls who are ready to receive it, just like you. You are becoming a wise leader for your group. You weren't born just to stay alive. You came here to remember. Coming here was meant to wake you up in the dream and fully understand that you were always connected to the divine. The Secret Book of John is more than just an old book. It's like looking into your soul through a mirror. It shows the same truth that all the great masters said, but not many people really got. The kingdom of heaven was never up there. It has been in you all along. You connect two worlds, spirit and matter, light and shadow, set up and spark. And the next time you feel lost or small, remember this. The things that are trying to keep you asleep are scared of what will happen when you wake up. Because one spark can set off other sparks when it remembers where it came from. In the end, the illusion starts to glow from the inside out. That's how light comes back into the world. Not by a savior coming down from heaven, but because of you. Through every soul that chooses to be aware instead of forgetful. Choose love over fear. A look back at the program. Hold still for a second. Feel that place inside you that is calm and quiet. The empty space that was there before your name, your story, and your pain. That is a piece of the plantoma. That's what Sophia is made of. That's the real you, living as a person. You have been looking for the light your whole life, and you have always been looking. And when you really understand that, the journey ends right where it started, within.